And then
That one? Okay.
let me move.
Yeah.
And then that one, if it's showing,
The speaker or the podium?
and then a lot of times we just have it on the computer.
Right, okay.
We may or may not see anything. What's on.
And now it's showing the screen with the regular agenda.
Again.
Yeah.
Going in the waiting room. Hey, Jeremy. Okay. Miss Kathy, what have you been up to? I've seen you in the room.
Get back to business, it's been busy, but not as many trucks to use. So that's sort of a positive thing.
Are you kidding?
That's very interesting. Yeah. Part of this is like the third. Right.
So, I've got the recording control, so I'm.
All right then. She's like, once, she put on her slides, you need to be there.
The August 4th, 2025 P and Z work session meeting is called to order at 5:15 PM. Does anyone wish to make a comment? If so, please limit your comments to 3 minutes. State your name and city of residence for the record.
I will note that Mr. Alan Lytle has joined us online.
Thank you. Seeing none, I will turn the meeting over to Planning Director Brian Chandler.
All right, thank you, Chair Krause, members of the commission. So for tonight's agenda, we've got 2 zoning cases and we've got 1 plat. And let me just jump to the plat because this is a one that has been tabled. They would like to be able to table it just one more time, so that would require your action. They're working on some items on their end, so they prefer to table. But in terms of the 2 zoning cases, so 25-24 at 2114 Trino Road. This is a proposed expansion of the Palladio chemical plant. And so the original conditional use permit was approved by P&Z and City Council in 2017. And so now they're expanding, which is good for our industrial park, good for Palladio, good for the community. And so, of course, we're recommending approval, been working very closely with Giuseppe, who and his team from Palladio. And let's see, Jason, you're the case manager for that one, will be presenting it. So any questions about that you'd like to ask now and not wait?
Think so.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, Greg. All right, then the next conditional use permit, but completely different in scope, is a CUP for alcohol sales for along I-35. So it's got I-35 frontage, but a Bray address, Bray Street. And so this is Cheddar's. So proposed Cheddar's restaurant. And so they've got their site plan in there. This is not really a secret. This is something they're proposing to build, but of course, to meet their model, they need to be able to, or I don't know about need, but they were requesting alcohol sales. So that's what this one is. Any questions on that one? Okay. And then, of course, the plat, we already discussed that, final plat of Bel Air North, Section 8. So if you can, Commissioner.
Did they ask for a time to?
I think they're requesting just an additional 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And so Commissioner Rhodes, that was something that this applicant for the plat is requesting an additional 2 weeks. They just need a little more time.
Okay.
All right, any?
That with the consent agenda?
You can do it during the confirm meeting agenda item.
Confirm meeting.
Okay.
agenda items.
Thank you, Kyle. And Commissioner Rhodes, we did talk about the proposed expansion of Palladio, the chemical plant.
Right.
So they're doing well and want to continue to invest in Temple. So that's what they're trying to achieve with item number 5 on the regular agenda.
Okay, yes, I read through that.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Hearing no more questions on tonight's agenda, if John, you can just pull up very short update, and I'm sorry that Commissioner Morales isn't here because I know that she's been really involved from the beginning with the Honor Lane project, and really the only thing to update you all on. It's good news that the city has worked with the owner to come to a verbal agreement. It hasn't gone to council yet, but a verbal agreement for the city to purchase that lot and work with a nonprofit to continue its use as a veterans community center. So I think that's a really great outcome.
Well, they finally get good work. Good.
So yeah, our finance folks and city management worked some magic to probably come to the best solution there. And yep, so there's the piece of property there on Avenue N and Honor Lane, so that corner piece of property. But otherwise, we've actually met with you all since city council, because that was one of those three Thursdays of the month, the end of the month or between council meetings. And of course, we met with you all 2 weeks ago. So there's really nothing else to report. No council actions because they haven't met since we last saw y'all. All right. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, Kathy sent the email this morning just about the American Planning Association conference that's going to be in College Station this year. I guess I'm waiting for some whoops or whatever you Aggies do. Some whoops. No, so that's going to be exciting. That'll be October 22nd through October 24th in College Station. So a number of staff are going to go. I know, we've had commissioners, Commissioner Jurasic, Chair Krause have been. Greg, you've been previous times on as chair and member of the
Commissioner
commission.
Morales has been.
Yep. So we'd love to be able to take a couple of you all, and especially some of the newer folks, or Vice Chair Smith, if you're able to join us. I mean, I think that'd be great. So if possible, but I understand y'all have day jobs, so it's one of those of, hey, if it could be one day, even if whatever, we'll just keep that in mind and follow up with us if you have any questions. But yeah, I think it's going to be really a good conference this year. So, all right, that is all that I have. Anything else? Anything, commissioners, questions that you're hearing from folks in the community, or development that you see going on, you're wondering what it is?
Not too long ago, I don't know, I don't think I've mentioned it to you, but I know y'all are always good about doing the annexations. But, things that are going on, commercial stuff, I don't know, is there a running list of things, like the Cheddars? Somebody called me on that a while back
Mhm.
from your office, but so I kind of knew about that one. But just things that are going on. A lot of times you'll have people that ask, "What's going here?" or "What's going on there?"
Sure.
And if it doesn't need P&Z or it doesn't need council, sometimes
Right.
people just don't know.
True.
And I don't
And
know if it's a privacy thing until it gets there. Used to, when I was in the early days,
Right.
it was in the paper every week.
sure. So it's a good question. I think in terms of, privacy being a part of it, I mean, what we do include, and it's on our website, and it's something that we can, perhaps we can even present new commercial projects as they're added. But when, all permits are on our website now, and there will be a distinction between commercial and residential, and different colors and different icons.
Okay.
And so certainly by the time it's on our website, that's considered to be public information, or at least for the permit itself, maybe not
Right.
the actual business. But that's something we can we can talk about and just see what's an appropriate way to keep you all updated, the public. Yeah, I mean, I
Because
think
I always
it's a
know,
great
like, when
question.
I was on economic development, obviously there's those that,
Right.
those can't be mentioned until it gets released, but
Right.
stuff that's normal permitting.
Yes, and Palladio, for example, well, there's no secret because they're expanding their existing business. You know, it's their no need to use code names. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, you know, TDC projects, yeah, brand new ones, those are very sensitive.
Some of
in
those
terms
you
of-
don't even know about until,
yeah,
Right.
we have some we're working on now that have a code name and we don't know what business, and so it's up to them in terms of when they make that information public, but
Right.
they certainly wouldn't until they have all of their what they call entitlements been addressed, and even the permit and breaking ground and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's something we can look at, how to present that information, and you know, how often, what, you know, how to track it in the packet, you know, at least like the annexations. But I do think that for annexations specifically, you know, there's a lot of activity going on the annexation front. So at the next meeting, I'll just give a brief update about the annexations, and look at, you know, look at some of the commercial permits and just see, you know, what might be of interest, especially those that maybe recently broke ground or are about to break ground, but the permit has been issued.
Right.
So happy to do that.
and the annexations don't generally move a lot, but you're saying they're starting, some of them are starting to move quite a bit, or?
Well, I mean, so we got a number of annexations in progress, and you'll have a rezoning for one. Let's see, is that at the next meeting? 702 acres at Bob White Road. So basically an expansion of Synergy Park for all intents and purposes of that industrial park. And so that's a big one. And so I think you'll have the zoning case before you. And so in that update at the workshop, I can just give you a quick overview on the annexation and any others that are in progress as well. And I say in progress, you know, that where they've actually filed a petition, and so it's not a question of if they're moving forward, but they actually are moving forward.
Okay, great.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Smith will give the invocation and Commissioner Longino will do the pledge. We'll now hear from Mr. John Atkinson in regards to affidavit.
Commissioners, for the record, no affidavits to abstain have been received for this meeting. Is this correct? Correct. Thank you.
Is there any additional business? If not, we will close the work session at 5:28 PM.
I can talk to Glenn, see if there's a weekly permit. So
Right.
we could do
That's.
like 2 weeks. But every time.